ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Can everybody hear me properly? A little bit up, like this. Okay. I wanted to start off by asking you all just one question. And it's a really simple question, so I hope that all of you participate. How many of you, if you're not children now, were children at some point in your life? Raise your hand if you were a child at some point in your life. Only some of you, huh? So all of you are human, perhaps you are superhuman. And maybe for some of you that may have been a very, very long time ago, so you don't remember. And you're ancient, correct. So, but we can all remember sometime in our life when we were children. And when we were children, we were all a little naive, a little silly, free-minded, and also we all had a pretty clean heart at that time in our life. We acted from our heart instead of our mind. Because as children, that's what we do. We don't know much. And one thing that I really like about children is that they're like empty notebooks. And they're just waiting to be filled up. And as we grow up, we fill our notebooks. Each one of us has our own notebook and we fill it up with various things of knowledge. Some of us are engineers, some of us are businessmen, others are musicians. And we go around and we ask questions depending on what we like. We want to learn new things. Each of us has a different interest in life. And who gave us this knowledge when we were little? Well, first of all, our parents gave us this knowledge, our mother and father. They taught us things like how we should clean ourselves, eat, behave, simple things like that. And then we went to school and we learned from our school teachers things like math, science, history, language. And then if we were really interested in something else, if you were interested in music or dance, you may have went to a tabla teacher or a Bharatanatyam teacher. So basically for any sort of knowledge, we went to a specialist. We went to our math teacher to learn math, we went to our dance teacher to learn dance. And we saw last week when those really nice singers came, they first introduced themselves by talking about who they learned from, who were their gurus. And that's what we do all our life. We gain knowledge in these notebooks, and we gain knowledge from different gurus in our life. You can call them teachers, you can call them parents, but essentially, basically, they're all just different gurus. And each one of those gurus had special knowledge that they taught us. So, in terms of our spiritual life, it's not much different. A lot of times, many of us think that, we don't need a guru for our spiritual life. Only in our material, in our knowledge, in our skills, we need a guru. But in our spiritual life, there's even more necessity of a guru. Many people say that we can do bhajan on our own, we can read the scriptures. And let's assume that's true for a second. Let's assume that we don't need a guru and we can learn on our own. We can go on, we can do our puja, and we can read the scriptures on our own. But what's interesting is that our scriptures themselves are telling us the glories of the Guru. They are the ones, even if we were to be on our own, they are telling us, go and search for a Guru. Because they are the ones that can teach us. So as Prabhuji told that verse in Bhagavad Gita, so I found this verse to be really interesting. It says, just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized souls, or gurus, can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. And as our uncle said, in Lord Ram's life, he also had a guru. He went to his guru, and he rendered complete and perfect service to him. And when he left Shabri Devi, he told 9 ways of bhakti. And I was just watching in Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana, randomly, this was completely random on YouTube, and I saw that out of those 9 processes of bhakti, almost all of them were related to Guru. He said that you should worship my devotees more than you should worship me. You should chant the name of the Lord, who teaches good. You should read the scriptures, who teaches that, our Guru. And Lord Krishna in his life also had a Guru. So if the Lord himself goes to a Guru during his pastimes, why shouldn't we? There's another verse that I really like. It says, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kaya, Lava Madra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hai. And it's a really simple verse. I mean, it's just so clear. It says, the verdict of all scriptures is that even a moment's association with a pure devotee can bring all success. You don't need anything else. Anything else. I mean, we can do all the things, but if we just have one moment's association with a pure devotee, it will bring all success. So if we read the scriptures, they tell us that we need a guru. They must tell us also how we should find a guru and what that guru should have. So many of the devotees already showed us many of the qualities that a guru should have. He should dispel all of our doubts. He should be completely knowledgeable about all scriptures. He should not only tell us what is the goal of life, which is Krishna Bhakti. He should tell us how we achieve that goal. What is the way that we can do that goal? And not only tell us, but show us in his own life what is the way that we can achieve bhakti. So some of the qualities of that are be humble, as Prabhuji said. Do not be sunichena. Be tolerant like a tree and humble like a blade of grass. Be completely detached from material objects. Don't worry about gain or fame. And our Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Maharaj, was one such Guru. And that's not to say that our Gurudev, of course for me he is my Gurudev and for many of us he is my Gurudev. But that's not to say that he's the only Gurudev. There are many pure devotees in this world, of which many of them are on our altar here in their pictures. Many have came and many will come. To say that there is no pure devotee in this world is completely false, because without some pure devotee in this world cannot go on. This world would be completely destroyed if there was no pure devotee in this world. So we should pray today that for those of us who have found our Guru, that we should pray that we continue to serve him. And for those of us who may not have found our Guru, that we should pray to Krishna that please send us one Guru who can lead me to you. Because that's ultimately the only way we can find it. Just as when we went to school and we opened a biology book and we didn't know what it said until the teacher told us, in the same way, please send us one Guru who when we open our Gita or Bhagavatam, we should understand what it says. Our last point is that our bhajans say, many of our bhajans say that the beauty of Krishna is like millions of moons, or his beauty enchants millions of cupids. And they say the face of Radharani is as brilliant as millions of suns. Well, in that same way, my Gurudev, he was as strong as millions of lions. And he was as sweet as millions of Rasgullas, and he was as knowledgeable as millions of Einsteins. For me, my Gurudev is the way I can achieve bhakti, and I pray that one day he give me that bhakti. Thank you.